Hello, Dr. Karen Kanji here. Welcome to this week's Spiritual Medicine Digest for the week of April 28th, 2025. Today I've been guided to talk about interdimensional portals. Before I tell you the story of how I discovered this, let's just say that all over the web, our beautiful spiritual friends have been talking wonderful things about the ascension process and the elevation of the vibration of humanity and love and peace and joy and all that stuff. And it is wonderful, this expansion of consciousness. And it's hella uncomfortable for some of us, okay? Now, I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just saying it's uncomfortable sometimes. And this is a case that I'm going to tell you about where it was very uncomfortable. So there was a client of mine who I think I only saw a couple of times. It might have been a package from a telesummit. I can't remember. It was many, many, many years ago. And she was, I think, in her 70s. So she had been experiencing suddenly these terrible, terrible, intense headaches. Now, most people say, well, they're migraines, they're pretty bad. Could be. Here's the thing. As a retired medical doctor, when we hear someone says, this is the worst headache of my life, that is a red flag. And we tell them to go to the ER. Why? Because that is, well, let's just say those are the magic words that make us think that perhaps the person has an aneurysm. What is that? Well, that is when you have like an outpouching of an artery in your head, in this case, a cerebral aneurysm, and the walls get thin and it bursts, the blood leaks out, and you get the worst headache of your life, right? So she's saying this. It's the worst headache of her life. And the first things out of my mouth was, you need to go to the ER. Right? Now, here's the interesting thing. She did go to the ER. I said, well, did they do a spinal tap? That was my next question, because that's how you diagnose in the old days. That's how you diagnose a leaking aneurysm, a brain aneurysm. Now, these days we have MRI, CAT scans and MRIs. They're not 100%. So the gold standard when I was in school was to have a spinal tap to look for blood cells in the cerebral spinal fluid. And that would be pathognomonic for a brain bleed, right? Emergency surgery kind of thing. Well, the ER she did go to was on it. They heard the same words. This is the worst headache of my life, right? She looked really uncomfortable. And yeah, they did the CAT scan. I don't think that, well, I'm not sure if they did the spinal tap. I can't remember. Anyway, they were convinced, let's just say, that she did not have an aneurysm. So when I tune in and do one-on-one sessions with people, which I don't do a lot of these days. I mean, there's a small number of VIP clients that I have, and of course, certain programs and things like that. Back in the day, when I did, I was able to tune in to her field, if you will, and ask what's going on. Of course, I still had to check her blood vessels, so in my mind, I'm doing divine muscle testing, checking your blood vessels to make sure they weren't leaking. And no, they weren't. Okay, so I was like, all right, not that. And you're like, how'd you do that without a scan? Yeah, we have ways. We have ways in TOLPAKAN Healing to do that. And it's quite simple, actually. Anyway, so I thought, okay, what is going on? What is going on? So one of the key questions that I tell my students, my TOLPAKAN level 1 and 2 students, to ask is this symptom, or is this new symptom, ascension related? So with ascension, higher energies, think of it as expansion, not ascension, but expansion, right? But a lot of people know the term by ascension. And if I get a yes, then I have a whole other bunch of questions to ask. Now, in this case, here's how more or less the line of questioning occurred. Is this ascension related? Yes. What percentage is it ascension related? 100%. Okay. All right. All right. So it's ascension related. Something is expanding, and that's causing the pain, the headaches. I thought, okay, well, so let's use our model. Is it physical? Nope. Okay. Is it mental body? Nope. Emotional? Nope. Energetic? Nope. Spiritual? Nope. I'm like, not spiritual. Dimensional? Yes. Oh, it's dimensional. And at that point in time, I was like, well, there's a lot of weird stuff in the dimensional. I don't even know what these things are called, but okay, dimensional it is. So I go into stillness even further, just like, okay, give me a moment here. So I'm looking kind of like in my mind's eye at her body. And it's almost like there's so much light coming through. And I'm like, that's very interesting. So I thought, is there some sort of like dimensional light or something that's like happening that she's getting access to? Like, I'm not even sure the exact question I asked, but the answer was yes. I was like, okay, so now what? Right. So I found out that there are such a thing as, I now call them interdimensional portals, and they occur on the midline of the body. I mean, if one is aligned and balanced, it's midline of the body, and they roughly correspond to the conception and the governing vessel in Chinese medicine. And there are acupuncture points, on here, right? So they're pretty close to, and some of them are acupuncture points. So these portals were like literally gateways to other dimensions. And with the ascension process, she opened all of them up to full blast, all of them. And there's a lot, right? So I'm like, okay. So we got that certain portals were for certain dimensions. And I thought, well, that makes it simpler. So I just asked, her portals were open to and we're not necessarily talking about spiritual dimension, we're talking about space-time dimensions here. So to the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, so on and so forth, right? So I then the quality question was, is it for her highest and greatest good for all these interdimensional portals to be completely open? The answer was no. Okay. I was like, well, okay, then that makes sense why she's in so much pain. So then I said, okay, should some be open and some be closed at this stage for her highest good? The answer was yes. So it wasn't that they all should be closed, but some needed to close and some needed to stay open. So I said, well, which ones should stay open? And the ones all the way up to the 5th dimension in this case, I believe. And I said, okay, well, if she is able to, in the future, be able to access those other dimensional levels, would that be okay? Would that be highest good? Yes, but it was just too much too fast. Too much too fast. So what do we do about it? Okay. So in TOLPAKAN healing, it really, when you go into stillness and you are very clear on the intention, and it even helps when you can see it in your mind's eye, the healing happens on that quantum level. So in this case, what we did was think about shutters and the old-fashioned cameras. I have to say old-fashioned now. Oh my gosh. You guys remember like James Bond, 007, the old days, Sean Connery, anybody? Young people are like, Sean who? Anyway, so, at the beginning of the James Bond movie, you see a camera, right? And there'd be a shutter and then open and close. And then James Bond would shoot. That's what a shutter is. And so I thought, well, this is cool. Maybe we could shutter the interdimensional portals and just make the opening smaller, and then we could order them to naturally open when it's appropriate for that particular person to have it open. Like basically time it for what it's for the highest and greatest good. We know the God team, source team, organizes all this anyway. It's not me micromanaging it, but just giving the order and then it happens. So I was like, okay, what do you think? This is what I'm getting. She's like, do something, anything. I'm just like in so much pain, right? So I'm like, okay, here we go. So we end up, shutting most of them, but putting that shutter in place, right? At the interdimensional portal. So it can open when it's the appropriate time, shutting down most of them, but then keeping the ones open that are appropriate to be open. And in a very short period of time, her headache went away. She was so grateful. And I can imagine I would be very grateful too. And that's how we discovered interdimensional portals. Now, I'm not saying that every single worst headache of your life is an interdimensional portal way too open thing. However, it is fairly easy to figure out whether your interdimensional portals are appropriate for you. So today's mini TOLPAKAN healing activation is, if allowed and if it's safe for you, is to realign these portals in the midline as they should be, and also put those shutters in. If you don't have headaches, you might need them. Not to say the headaches might be the only thing that might be problematic. If you had ones that are wide open when you're not really supposed to have them wide open, it's not going to hurt you to download and activate this TOLPAKAN healing activation for today. Just use your discernment, see what feels right for you. Does it feel like something you want to do? And if you do have really inexplicable, terrible migraines and headaches and things like that, probably couldn't hurt, right? Okay, so that's a little bit about the dimensional body that no one ever taught us about. And perhaps it's actually called something else in an alien language. But in English, I'm calling them interdimensional portals, and that has stuck. So let's go ahead and do a TOLPAKAN healing activation today. Afterwards, I'd love for you to give me some feedback on what that felt like for you, okay, in the comments. And let's get started. So first, go ahead and close your eyes if it's safe for you to do so. But not, you keep it open. And focus on the inside of your body. Start to feel any energy, waves, pulses, tingles, anything at all. And follow that flow wherever it goes. Just feel any energy, any movement. This is called stillness through observing internal movement. We'll put a link below this video with a little training on that. I'll speak the TOLPAKAN healing directive, and then you just stay in the body and notice what happens. You may or may not notice anything, but stay focused on feeling the body right now. We're really honing your clairsentient abilities. I now command that your interdimensional portals be fully aligned in the highest and best way, all directions of time and all timelines where you exist, were allowed and appropriate in the highest and best way. Thank you. Anything preventing it, be healed and resolved with ease and grace. Thank you. I now command, where appropriate, that the shutters for the interdimensional portals be installed to allow the opening and closing of the interdimensional portals for whatever is for your personal highest and greatest good in the highest and best way. Go ahead and download and activate them with ease, speed, and grace. Thank you. So go ahead and you can open your eyes, perhaps take a breath in just to anchor that. And let me know if you notice anything. You may or may not, I don't really know. Perhaps you have interdimensional portals that are very aligned and very appropriate already. And I'd love to hear from you. And perhaps you have a big aha today. And especially if you notice a difference, please let me know. And I look forward to seeing you in the light medicine community at our next monthly mini healing. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today. us talking about the dimensional body and some weirdness. I enjoy it so much. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye for now. Hey, thank you so much for watching. If you resonate with this message, please hit like and subscribe, and perhaps share it with someone who's like-minded, who you think might benefit. And in the meantime, I would love for you to connect with me in my private light medicine community. It's free to join, and it's for sensitive souls who desire to love and support each other. So I'll put the link below, as well as other exciting offerings for this week. Much love. Thanks for watching.